This video is sponsored by Opera!
For the first time in series Erased history, you play as Zelda instead of Link in The Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom. As you explore Hyrule and try and uncover the mysteries of these strange rifts across the land, it's up to you and your companion Try to save Link with the power of an unlimited Home Depot and infinite zoo! But still, the question remains, is it even worth your money? Today, we'll rank Echoes of Wisdom over 5 categories, attach wealth to each one, and see how much money it's really worth. Now, something in common you and me have, we both use web browsers every day. So why are you stuck using the lame ones? Oh, are you scared of change? Ooh. Well, I'll tell you what's scarier than change. Not using Opera as your chosen web browser. Opera takes literal seconds to set up. If you click the link right now, you have a setup done before I finish talking about it. Say goodbye to cloggy, intrusive plugins. Opera has the most useful features right at the get-go.
Yeah, that's all fine and dandy, but wouldn't that make the browser all clogged up with stuff?
It's what I thought before realizing this is probably the most well-organized browser I've ever used. Opera's workspaces feature is phenomenal for organization, and tab islands are like folders for your tabs, but genuinely useful and a well-thought-out feature. And with being able to pin apps to the sidebar, I can check Twitter or Instagram without ending up with about 20 tabs of goofy memes. And you can also use productive AI services like Aria. It can do all the things you expect from an AI chatbot, but since it's built into Opera, is seamlessly intertwined with browsing, removing any monotony or struggle from not finding that one thing you want from a traditional search engine. But even without these features, Opera stands out by having the first ever cashback service built into a web browser. Whether I'm using UK stores or US stores, Opera Cashback provides the best cashback rates on the market for popular online shops, helping you save money the easiest way possible. Not doing anything! Come on lads, it'd be silly not to try Opera. If you haven't already, download Opera today and give it a try via my link below. Thanks again Opera for sponsoring this video. Sick of Breath of the Wild ditching Zelda's traditions and Tears of the Kingdom doubling down? Well, have I got some fun news for you. Echoes of Wisdom nails the balance of both. This game, in my opinion, does an incredible job at blending the new and old Zelda formulas together, while at the same time, still being able to be something unique and different on its own. Maybe it's because this is the first original top-down Zelda game in 9 years, but Echoes of Wisdom surprisingly takes a lot from 3D Zelda. Z-targeting appears in this game to lock onto enemies, that's new for top-down Zelda. There's a dedicated jump button like in Breath of the Wild, that's new to top-down Zelda. You even get a little bit of Ultra Hand and Magnesis with one of the new abilities you unlock. Similar to Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild, the way the world is built just feels like it's meant to be broken with the freedom and tools you have. And I mean, sure, it's obviously not as free and meant to be broken as something like Tears of the Kingdom is, but the way this game's world is designed just makes you think and get creative. But that's not all. In this game, knowledge is power, and that's shown with the Echo mechanic. This game's primary mechanic is the Echo system, allowing you to Control-C, Control-V enemies, objects, and who knows what else to solve any conundrum that opposes you on your journey. And if you were just to leave it there with that mechanic alone, this Zelda game would already feel so different to anything that came before it. But what about the rest of the game title? This game having Zelda playable and having wisdom in the title isn't just a swap out for Link. This game ups the ante with making you think and puzzle solve your way around Hyrule more than any other Zelda title with the tools or lack thereof you have on hand. Fighting an enemy? That's a puzzle. Figuring out how to get up there? That's a puzzle. A regular puzzle in a dungeon or something puzzle? It'd be funny if I said that wasn't a puzzle, but that's a puzzle! All the abilities you unlock throughout the game seem to push this narrative of thinking first. I will say the one thing this game definitely does not innovate on is this stupid, bloody UI for selecting an Echo. It uses the same long list system as Tears of the Kingdom did for choosing items in that game, which... Come on, Nintendo, you've already made peak with item choice with Mario Maker 2. Just give people the silly wheels again. According to HowLongToBeat.com, Echoes of Wisdom takes about 17 hours to complete the main story. But then, if you check on the side quests, apparently that adds another 11 hours to the game. And if that's not enough for you, and you want to complete absolutely everything this game has to offer, that's another 8 hours added to the game. This game is a beaut from the get-go. The opening 10-minute sequence alone sets a very high bar for what follows. There is a meticulous attention to detail and polish with this aesthetic that's incredibly hard to overlook. A literal polish? Christ, look how shiny this guy is. The game's graphics are bloody gorgeous, mate. Even with the game obviously being tile-based, it feels so organic and intricately designed with the decor and layout of Hyrule. Taking the initial toy box art style established in Link's Awakening and cranking it up. The character design especially is so much fun. Having the art team be limited to the toy box aesthetic, you can really see how they push different Zelda species and silhouettes while still staying within the boundaries they set with the art style. The amount of charm and polish on display here is truly astounding. However, it's not without a flaw. Despite the game's overall polish, there is this occasional frame rate drop that can really distract from the overall experience. While obviously it's nowhere near game breaking, I feel like it slightly tarnishes an otherwise flawless presentation. I went in thinking I wouldn't be that intrigued by the story of this game, but maybe I forgot something. Zelda stories are usually very fun. But without going into the risk of spoiling the game, outside of the intrigue of the storyline, this game really leaves me with an emotional impact. Obviously, this is the first top-down Zelda game in 9 years with Triforce Heroes, and I didn't really play that one, so technically 11 years for me with Link Between Worlds. And sure, I liked Link's Awakening in 2019, but I knew it was a remake of a much older game, and it felt like that. So Echoes of Wisdom being brand new feels brand new. And I think it's because we've had an absence of certain elements of Zelda for so long with Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom taking center stage. It's really heartwarming to see a game that now embraces both. We have the modern tech-savvy Sheikah in this game, which you'd expect with Breath of the Wild, but also Deku Scrubs are back. Boss keys are back. Cats are back. There is no denying that I feel super giddy just seeing a Zelda game be a Zelda game. Now all I need is Toon Link to return, and then we're good, Nintendo. Okay, just bring back Toon Link, please. The game starts off with Hero Mode unlocked, so if you're finished with the game, you can go back and play it entirely in Hero Mode, but unlike traditional Zelda games where you play it all through one mode and then you can do it again in Hero Mode, in Echoes of Wisdom, you can swap between Hero Mode and regular mode whenever you want. Although it loses a little bit of replayability in that front, I would say the real replayability of this game comes from the Echoes. The Echoes mechanic puts this game in a really unique place where everyone who plays will probably come up with different solutions to puzzles, combat, and exploration. So I can only imagine that the regular replay value of a Zelda game is just enhanced by that factor. Like most Zeldas, it doesn't have a multiplayer mode or additional modes or any plans for post-launch content as far as I'm aware, but does it need to? Oh, not too shabby, Zelda. So that's a guaranteed money's worth.
And that's the game.